Colonel, what does Israel accomplish other than a PR victory by these targeted assassinations? Isn't it like whack-a-mole? I mean, you assassinate one leader and another one, maybe younger, maybe more passionate, maybe more fierce in his opposition, will replace him?
Well, this was the argument against killing General Soleimani, who headed the Revolutionary Guard Corps. He was killed while he was visiting in Iraq. Some people next to him were killed who were high-ranking Iraqi militia leaders. We decided to do that, I think, really because Mr. Netanyahu insisted upon it. And ultimately, President Trump bent to the will of the Senate and other Israeli supporters. I think it probably cheered everybody up in Israel. They thought they'd won a great victory. Now, I'm asking you, is there any evidence that killing Soleimani has made any difference to the growth, development, and expansion of Iranian military power?
None that I know of.
So you've answered your own question. These assassination missions don't have the desired effect. If anything, they tend to strengthen resolve and opposition against you. So no, I don't think it makes any sense other than to signal we're really not interested in a peace deal that doesn't meet our demands. And our demands are everybody in Gaza leaves or is killed. And ultimately, we want to do something similar in Palestine. And oh, by the way, if you're south of the Litani River in Hezbollah, you're going to be destroyed. And I think that's the message they're sending. So it's not going to change anything except to make a war almost inevitable. The problem that Israel has now is that they've provoked this larger war. They've attracted attention to themselves, and they put themselves in the unfortunate position of being demonized by virtually everybody in the world except us.
Does Netanyahu, as far as you understand, recognize the danger of attacking Hezbollah and likely bringing Iran into the fray? And does he fear that behind Iran might be Vladimir Putin?
Well, the answer to the first question is absolutely yes. The Israelis know this. They know that Hezbollah will be the toughest fight of their lives, which is why I think that they would be prepared to use tactical nuclear weapons against Hezbollah. And that will do a lot of damage. Now, consider that many of the Hezbollah fighters and their capabilities are below ground. They're not obviously on the surface. Can they withstand that kind of detonation? I don't know. I can't evaluate that. I suspect in some areas, yes, and in other areas, no. But that's the sort of preparation, or its equivalent in conventional terms, that you will see before any IDF ground forces go in to theoretically clean out whatever remains. Now, as far as Russia is concerned, I think that's another issue for Mr. Netanyahu with the United States. I'm sure he knows that if he attacks Hezbollah along the lines that I'm describing, and I think that's what would happen, Iran will definitely enter the fray. He has not got, and neither do we, by the way, enough air defense capability to stop most of what would be thrown at Israel. So Israel will very definitely take serious losses, both human and infrastructure. At that point, the question is, what do they do towards Iran? And they may decide that the use of a nuclear weapon is now something that they can justify, and they may try to use that against Iran. If that were to happen, it strikes me as a near certainty that Russia, and probably also the Chinese with the Russians, potentially other nations, the Pakistanis, and I think at that point, even the Turks, who have held their fire for a long time, would all feel justified in turning on Israel. And if we decide that we're going to intervene in this sort of thing, they will confront us with the reality that they will fight us.